guys, this is Marsha Holland. I am a 71-year-old senior citizen who happens to love makeup. I'm not a professional by any means, but I just have fun with it. I have been asked many times, how do I do my face? What do I use? And that kind of thing. I'm not going to promote my products here, but I just wanted to show you the routine that I use, okay? So we're going to get started. This is a bare face, very bare. There is nothing. I just got out of the shower, nothing on my face. And I'm going to take a before picture, so I'll be right back, okay? Don't go nowhere. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I forgot to do that before picture. So one thing I'm going to use first, and let me tell you this, I only use some of the stuff like once a day. I don't use it twice a day, even though all of it can be used twice a day if you wanted to. But I just use a lot of it just once a day. This is a serum that is to kind of tighten and smooth out the lines around your lips and around your eyes right here. I have some things going on right here that I have to do a little camouflaging with. So I like to put this serum on, and it's called Eye and Lip Concentrate. So if you have a good one, you know, now's the time to start using it. You just, with this particular one, I rub it in, and then I want to tap it to activate it. So yeah, rub it in, and then I'm going to tap it with my weak fingers. I don't want to hurt myself, don't want to hurt my skin, because as you know, this skin on your face, especially around here, it's like tissue paper. It's the most delicate skin you have, so be very careful. Be careful while you're young. So anyway, just tapping that and just kind of letting it get tacky. Another thing I do, in the real world, I will wait at least a minute or so between each application to let that really soak in. But for the purpose of any of my videos, I just go from one to the other, okay? Now that was for the eyes and the lips. This is one that's just called a tightening and smoothing base, and I just use it right in here is where I'm really seeing some aging. Of course, I'm 71, so that's normal. It doesn't mean I have to like it though. So when I start working on my skin, I really concentrate on this area and right in here, right? Another thing that happens when you age, girls, is everything wants to fall south. So when you're doing your makeup and stuff, you want to take people's eyes away from this part down here, because as you can see, I've got bags, got a chicken neck now that I didn't used to have when I was young. So all of this will fall south, but with makeup, you can create an illusion to kind of, you know, it won't go away, but people won't go, whoa, you got some hanging bags there. Yeah, so that's what you want to do. You want to create some illusions. Power of makeup, guys. Power of makeup. Okay, so trying to keep in order. This is my what we call Vitality C. It is not vitamin C. I know when I first started using it, I thought vitamin C, okay. No, C stands for collagen. Collagen starts to go away, girls, at age 25. It starts to diminish, and so as you know, it doesn't replace itself like other things do. So you want to help replace it. So I use a lot of collagen. This one's just a really good collagen serum. So I'll just put it on like that, especially right here where I'm seeing those aging skin. My products are certainly not going to stop my aging, but they will help slow it down. It won't reverse it, but it does help slow it down. So can't ask for anything more. This is my, excuse me, this is my hyaluronic serum. Hyaluronic is also something our bodies produce naturally, but it also goes away as we age. So hyaluronic is in, if you went to a plastic surgeon, they'd probably give you injections of hyaluronic, because it helps poof up, and it can hold 1,000 times its weight in moisture. So as we age, we start to get drier skin. The dry skin, the lack of collagen, the lack of the hyaluronic in our skin is what causes all of these little fine lines and wrinkles to appear. So try to help it out. You know, do the best you can. That's all we can do, right? All right, don't forget the neck. And also a little tip is our hands will age just like our face does. So I don't throw anything away or wipe anything off. I always put it on the back of my hands, because that's another thing I noticed when I started noticing my aging. You know, when I was like in my 40s, I started seeing things that were beginning to look a little different. My eyesight started getting bad. That was one thing. I started getting those lovely little hair chins right here. That was something. But anyway, all these little things start to happen, so you start noticing them, right? All right, here we go. What was that? That was my hyaluronic. Okay, now my creams that I use, my moisturizers, it just depends. I have a moisturizer called No-Tox that's really, really good for like brown spots. It helps blend all that and make those go away and help prevent others from coming. But the reason I would use that is if I'm going to be out in the hot sun, because it has SPF in it. So, you know, I have several different kinds of moisturizers. This one is called Mesoderm, so I use it because I love it. It smells wonderful. I wish we had smell-o-vision. This is like a cocktail for your skin, right? This, if you went to a doctor to get, you know, something done with your face, they would give you some injections and stuff in your face, which is painful. It could be dangerous. It could cause hematomas, you know, all that. But it's a cocktail of vitamins and things that they inject. One of it's hyaluronic. A lot of you know, vitamins, minerals, and stuff like that they put in there, but they inject it. So who wants to have shots in your face? Not me. This is practically the same thing, only in a cream. So much safer to use, so much better to use, feels so good, smells so good. So there you go. I'm gonna stop this video in a second. That's the reason I'm doing a video, so I can stop. But this was my skincare regimen. It's my daytime skin regimen. Now, my nighttime regimen is a different story, so maybe I'll do another video on that. But this was my daytime regimen. I'm getting ready to put my makeup on. The first thing you want to remember, though, makeup is wonderful. Makeup is fun. Makeup is the fun part, but the skincare is the serious part. So without a good, clean, healthy canvas, your makeup is just gonna be makeup. You know, you want to enhance what you have. You want to improve on what you have. And so the makeup helps with that. But the skincare, if you were going to do anything at all, and you were thinking, what do I need to do? What do I need to do first? What kind of makeup do I need? Blah, blah, blah. First thing you need to concentrate on is the skincare. Take care of that and then start playing with your makeup, because the makeup's the fun part. And that's coming next. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and now we're going to start the face. Now, there's an old saying that goes around with all us girls: it's a crime not to prime, and that is the truth. You want a good primer. What does primer do? Primer, besides feeling like velvet, primer will put a nice, beautiful shield on your face to help protect it. It helps make your makeup stay put. It helps, you know, your foundation. It helps the makeup that you're using not to get so deep down into the cracks and crevices. So it also makes your foundation last longer. So it's a crime not to prime. And when you use a good primer, don't waste it. Like I said before, put it on your hands. With a good primer, you can even run it through your hair like that, right? So don't waste anything. Okay, so that was my primer. Lovely, lovely stuff. Now today I'm going to use a concealer. Let me find my concealer. I like to work on this right here. That's not really a complete circle, but it is a dark circle. So the opposite of purple or dark would be like a peach or an orange on the color wheel. So I'm going to use, I have a color correcting thing, just a little cheap thing I bought from Walmart. I have another one that's a little more expensive, but quite honestly, as you can see, I've been using this one like crazy. The peach, each color does something else, you know. So the peach is the one you want to use for any kind of dark circles, Kind of helps camouflage. Remember, that's one of my favorite words is camouflage. So you can see it kind of takes away that dark look there. And also you want to be real careful here because out of all of your facial tissues, this right here is the ones that are most delicate. I mean, it's like tissue paper. So always use your weak fingers when you're using that. I'm kind of pressing that in because I don't want it just to sit on top because it's going to look cakey. So I want to press it in like so. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm ready for a concealer. And when you use a concealer, you want to use a concealer that's, if you're wanting to conceal, you want a concealer that's close to your skin color. So this one matches me pretty good. So I'm just going to go, I don't do all that fancy stuff like the V and, you know, all of that stuff. I'm just today going to concentrate on under my eyes. I'm almost out. And we're just going to try to keep it light because it will cake up if you put too much stuff right here. Very, very, very gentle. Right in there, you know, man. Also, remember me talking about the aging areas? I don't know if you can see, but right in here is where my skin is starting to show it the most. And I have to really be careful here because it will, I don't care if you use a pore concealer or what, you know, P-O-U-R, I don't know, a P-O-R-E, what am I talking about? P-O-R-E concealer. It still wants to show right here. So just kind of helping that part out a little bit. And then if you had any areas, you know, like you want to cover up, just go ahead and do that at this point. All right, now we're going to use, I'm going to use my little, and I'm tapping it in and pressing, tapping and pressing. Tap, 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 and pressing. Just like so. Okay. All right. I don't mind telling you, I'm in Texas and it is hot here. Hot. Hot. Got my air conditioner blowing, my ceiling fan's blowing, and I'm still sweating. Of course, that comes with being age 71 too. You got lots of things to look forward to, girls. Okay, this is it's called HD Liquid Foundation. I'm using it for you tonight because it is a double pigmented foundation. It is has acne fighting things in it. So when you're putting foundation on, try to find something that's not just something that you're going to use to cover up. Try to find something that's good for your skin. Make sure you're using products that are like bunny safe, you know, no horrible chemicals in them, because this is all you're going to get. This is all you're going to get. So take care of it. And makeup is just as important to be good as your skincare. So this is, you can put with a brush. I'm choosing to do the little bud. Once I learned how to use the little bud, I actually prefer it. Yeah. So we're just going, I don't know what's happening, but every day now, I'll be doing a video, or I'll be doing a live, or I'll be talking on the phone, or doing text message, or whatever, and a stupid commercial comes on, an ad just pops in. Yeah. So, anybody has any tips on how to get rid of that? Woo. All right. And if you're watching this, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Share, 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 as all the girls, young girls say. Share, 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 like, whatever. All right. So, I don't know what that is. So I'm going to take a little brush here, and I'm just going to kind of smooth that out a little bit. You can see great coverage, very light. You don't want anything real heavy on your skin. So when you're choosing your cosmetics, you want to be sure you're choosing good ones, good things for your skin. The things that I'm using right now happen to be cosmeceutical grade, which, what's that? cosmeceutical grade means it's got all kinds of vitamins and nutrients and things in there that's healthy for your skin. Excuse me. Sorry. Hang on. I'll come back. I was gonna blow my nose. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry. If you ever watch any of my lives, there's two things that happens in my lives every single time. One is my nose will start tickling and I have to wipe my nose. Two, I always drop something. I don't care what it is, something I always drop. So, all right, what was I saying? Another thing that goes when you get old, girls, memory. Okay. All right, so now I am ready. Fly away here. Now I'm ready to use what we call a highlighter. So concealers, you want to stay consistent with the as close to the skin tone that you have, your skin color. You want to stay with that when you want to conceal. When you want to highlight, you want to go 1 or 2 shades lighter so you can highlight. If you are contouring, of course, you want to go darker. So I'm going to go lighter today. I want to brighten up my eyes a little bit, and I also I'm going to break this video up and go ahead and do one eye so I don't have to make you watch me do my eyes, because that takes me longer. This right here drives me nuts right here, so that's something that happens. That's the falling south part. So yeah. Right. Now you'd think, why are you putting this light on if you said you want to conceal it? Well, you watch. It's I saw somebody else do this and it was really weird. So watch. It doesn't really highlight it. So see? Weird. Okay, so again, I'm pressing. You can use your finger when you're doing this, because actually, if you have a good highlighter, the weak finger, the warmth of your skin kind of makes that go on really smooth. Even though I'm using a liquid and it goes on smooth anyway, but the warmth of your skin will help that smooth out even better, okay? All right. All right, see there? I didn't do all of this fancy stuff. Next thing I'm going to use would be my powder. And I know they say when you get older ladies shouldn't wear so much powder, but I've used powder since I was 16. And there's times when I don't use anything but powder and blush. So, you know, makeup is supposed to be fun. Yes, there are a few rules here and there, but generally just do what you want to do and have fun with it, okay? This is a beautiful color correcting powder that I have. It's got 6 different colors in it, and I thought, how in the world is that gonna work? But you watch, it'll blur. Watch. Just watch. I love it. It can be used, you know, like I said, as just a foundation. Yeah, believe it or not. Can you see? It just kind of blurs in there. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I am going to contour just a tiny bit for you. I'm not really big in contouring, but I'm going to show you what I do for these bags right here. Remember I said a lot of times when you get older you have to create some illusions. These bags are some of the illusions I was talking about. So there we go. Awesome stuff. That was my powder. Where is my brush? I've washed a bunch of my good brushes, so be careful what I'm using here because I've washed my favorite ones. So I like to just kind of smooth that out, just like so. Yeah? Okay, so now I'm going to use a contour palette, which happens to have everything in it, and I'm ashamed to show you how messy it is, but you can see I've used it. So I'm going to use like a little fan brush to do a little bit of sparkle right here, okay? Sorry. Again, use products that are good for your skin, that's going to help your skin. Look at that. Yes. We can sparkle too. You don't have to be 25 to sparkle, right? No. And then I'm going to do a little bit of contour in here. I'm going to use, I have a double brush here, so I'm going to use this end right here. Like I said, I don't contour a whole lot. And you know, you see the girls, they contour all over here and, you know, they go crazy with it. I'm just going to do the little E3 process. And because I have bangs, so I don't bother with doing this up here. If you have a bare forehead, yes, go ahead and do that, but I don't. So I usually just start right along in here, and then we're going to do the 3E. And one tip is when you're contouring, you don't want to go past, don't want to go over here. You want to stop right along in here. That's your guideline, okay? I don't do severe contouring, so don't expect miracles, okay? Also, when you get old, you want to be careful doing that because of these wrinkles right here that develop. So you don't want to encourage that. So try your best to just kind of locate that indentation there between your cheekbone and the rest of it and your jaw. So we're just kind of doing that like that. And then I'm going to come down, and I have square jaws. So we're going to, you see these bags right here? This is what I was talking about earlier. You want to bring this contour up above the bag and on around the jawline, and also go below it, but mainly you want to make sure you're catching that bag on above it, okay? Because that's going to create your illusion. I'm not going to make it go away, but it's going to help. And the thing about doing this kind of stuff here, girls, make sure you are blending. Stop right there. And then I come down and get that jaw. What is concealer? Contour. You're trying to contour and change the shape of your face. If there's something you don't like, you want to hide it, you want to put the dark over it, right? To make it look smaller, you use the dark. Want something to look bigger, you want to use the light. I'm sure you girls already know all this stuff. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, right? My nose. Let me tell you about my nose. I'm not good at contouring my nose. I think my nose has grown because I can look at some older pictures of me, and I swear my nose does not look this long. It doesn't. And I found out that as we get older, did you know that your noses and your ears still grow? Yeah, nose and ear. And have you noticed that men especially, their earlobes will get real big? Have you noticed that? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to blend. On my nose, I find that if I just use my fingers, I can do really better, you know, getting that softened. I'm never going to have that button nose. So then I'm just going to kind of lightly, I want to go up. Remember, when you get older, you don't want anything to come down. You want it to come up, right? You want your eyes lifted. You want everything lifted. And you want, when people look at you, you want them to look up here. You don't want them to look down here and see what's going on. So brush up. And then make sure you have no harsh lines down here. You don't want to look like you have a dirty neck. So that's not cool. We're just gently going in circular motions, just taking out any harsh lines. Blend upward. And then blend out those lines. You know, and I admit, sometimes I overblend. You know, that's easy to do, to overblend. My ceiling fan's catching my hair and it's bugging me, sorry. So, right in here. Okay, one more thing is going to be my blush. I'm going to use one of my favorite. The name of it's Coral Dune. And here you go with, again, aging. You know that you young girls, they tell you to do the smile and do those apples, you know, but for the older ladies, remember what I said, we want to look up and want to lift. We don't want everything to start focusing here, right? Because this is where all our going south happens. So we're including the blush. I'm just going to stay up here on that cheekbone, not the apple, but I'm just going to make it right between where I did the contour and where I did the highlight there. Just kind of go in between. Give yourself a nice little glow. You can always go back and add more if you want to, if you need to, because sometimes I do. Sometimes I get more on one side than I do on the other, you know? Play with it. Also like to do that. See? Okay, then I'm going to go over here. And my good brush that I use for my blending of my cheeks is very wet. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this one again. Again, you don't want any sharp lines. You want it to just to blend in nicely and smooth and to look natural. All right, guys, that's my face. I'm getting ready to do my eyes, so I'll go ahead and do one eye, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you what I do with my eyes, okay? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back and did this eye. Nothing dramatic. I'm not a glamour girl, so I chose these colors because I thought they would show up better in the video. But you can see the eyes are the window to your soul. So you want to make sure that you are using good, healthy things for your eyes too. Now, what my goal is with my eyes is to open them up, try to camouflage that hood that I have that you can see right there. Try to make it, you know, where it's not quite so noticeable when you're looking at me. So, kind of like that. All right, let's get started. First thing I want to do, I try to keep my brushes in line so I don't get things mixed up. Let me wipe my eyes real quick. So I live in allergy haven here. All right. First thing I want to do is put a little bit of what I call, it's actually my porcelain concealer, but I use that as an eye primer. So that's another thing to think about, guys. When you're buying your products, you want to, can your product be used for more than one thing? You know, that's important for your pocketbook, important, and make sure that it's all healthy. After all, your face is the only one you're going to ever have, so take care of it. If you're really young, take care of it now, every day. If you're older, you can start taking care of it. It's never too late. So today I'm going to use these two palettes right here, the blues and the purples, because I thought it would show up good in this little video. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to go all over my eye, just to kind of, actually, instead of using the powder, I'm using this white to set my primer. Why do you want to use primer for your eyes? Same thing as you would for your face. You want to make sure that the shadows that you're using doesn't, you know, seep down into the fine lines and the tissues there. Now the thing about doing one eye at a time is remembering how in the heck, what did you do next? So I'm trying to do that. I think I used this one. We'll see. So now I'm just going to go over the lid, not the whole eye, with the next darker shade. Just the lid. Just like so. Very subtle. Now this next little trick I learned, and this is cool. You need to watch this. You know, I told you that, you know, how I had hooded eyes. Make sure I'm getting the right brush. Can't tell. Let's see here. Okay, I think this is it. I'm going to use the dark purple. So, if you have hooded eyes, it doesn't do you any good at all to put your color inside that crease there, because when you open your eye, it's going to disappear, right? So if you have hooded eyes, you want to be sure you're accentuating that bone right there. Okay, so how do you do that? I'm going to take, this is something cool, I saw this on YouTube. Take an eyelash curler, and I'm clamping it shut, and I'm putting I'm going to use purple, so I'm putting that on my brush, and then I'm just going to set this closed thing right here, eyelash curler, right here on my eye. Now watch, this is so cool. If you have trouble, you know, doing this part, this is the neatest little trick. And you just go to the windshield wiper and go back and forth, and voila, look at that. I may have put a little more on that one than this one, so you can always go back and touch it up, right? Touch up. Okay, so gonna blend it on out, going towards the tail of your eyebrow, and that kind of creates an illusion to take away from that hood, right? Hopefully. So we did that, and then I went and took the darker purple. Where is it? And I'm just going to go right here on the edge, and I'm just going in little tiny circles. And this will give the eye a little dimension. So I call it my dimension colors. I basically use this same technique with everything. You know, it's just something I've learned, something I'm comfortable with, and I know there's a million other little tricks out there because I watch them too. So I'm just going in there and bringing that up like so. And then I took my blue just to give it a little accent, this turquoise color blue, and I went over the bone. Now I heard a makeup artist from the UK say, he was famous too, if you have hooded eyes, you draw this line from here to here, and that's how you see. I don't draw the line anymore because I've done this so much, but you draw it from here to here, and that's going to be, try to take care of seeing the hood so much. Just kind of go back like that. Now I am going to blend it in because remember, I don't like any sharp lines. So we're just going to kind of blend it. Nice and gentle. I'm really bad about, you know, blending everything out. Okay, so I lost my good brush. Great. Let's see. All right, so now I'm going to take a real pretty white, and I'm just going to go under that brow right here, but I'm also going to go right in the center of my iris, right up above, all the way up to the crease. This little technique is supposed to open your eyes up a little more too. It's that same color right here. And boy, this stuff is pigmented, so I have to be super careful. I probably don't have both eyes alike. All right. Very good. All right. So, hang on. It's very irritating to have watery eyes, I tell you. And it's not my makeup. It's where I live. Where is my white? There it is. Now, another little trick is lining your waterline with a lighter color. That is another little trick that's supposed to open your eyes up. So, see? Okay, so much for that. Now we're going to do the brows. And I'm going to use this brow wax, Fabulous Brow Wax. I use the dark. One little thing I heard, that what color brow wax should I use? You know, my hair is blah, blah, blah. They say to examine your roots. What do your roots look like? So my original roots was this dark right here. This is all natural. I used to be really black-headed. Of course, I don't want to use white for my brows, so I went with the dark. All right, brow wax. And another thing you want to think about when you're purchasing things is, like I said a while ago, get multiple uses out of your stuff. I'm not going to talk a whole lot while I do this because I'm not an expert at brows. As you will see, there is a little trick, a little pattern that you can use if you're not sure how to do your brows. Hang on. I'm barely touching because I don't like really the painted on look, but hang on. Moment of silence. Show you the pattern here. 1 second. Okay. Always brush your brows too, guys. They like to be brushed too. My brows are not sisters. They're not cousins. I don't think they're related. Okay. So the little pattern you want to use for your brows, right? Let's talk about that. Get a pencil or one of your makeup brushes, whatever, and use this guideline, okay? Line this up against your outside of your nose and go straight up. That is where your brow should start, right there. Keep it against your nose and twirl it around. Keep it against your nose to the outside of your iris. See, the outside of your iris. That's where your peak should be. Now keep it against your nose and keep going around to the outside of your eye. That's where the tail should end. So that's your little pattern. Yeah. All right, guys. That's the brow. Now, because I'm using a very good product, hyperallergenic and blah, 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 bunny safe, la, 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 I'm going to use it as my liner. Smudge proof. Think about those things when you're buying products. I've got some very good liquid liners here, but I swear I don't know if it's my body chemistry or what, but I can use the liquid liner and before I get through with the other eye, it's already started to bleed. I don't know what that's all about. And it's a good product too. So this one does not do that. I like to start really close to my eyelashes. You say, well, I don't like wearing eyeliner. Well, eyeliner makes your lashes look thicker. They make your lashes look darker. So if you have kind of sparse lashes, try it. Another thing that works is to tightline. I'm not sure I would use my brow wax to tightline with. I have a gel pen for that. You know, eyeliner pencil. However, I have heard some girls do it, but I don't know. I don't use shadows or stuff like this in my waterline. Other girls do. I don't know how they do it. And listen, when it comes to wings, my wings flop everywhere but where they're supposed to. So I just kind of flare it up. One of these days. Another thing I have not mastered is false eyelashes. I'm working on it. I have a ton of them. I'm watching videos like crazy. I do everything that other girls do, but mine never can do right. I have trouble with the corners mostly. So, and then what I do is I make it a little thicker on the outside here because it opens up your eye, makes your eye look bigger if you make it a little thicker here, right? Blend it out. I also have a smudge brush. Get you a good little smudge brush or Q-tips. I don't really like that stark line, so I like to smudge mine a little bit. Personal preference. I think I forgot to do this side. Yeah. Plus, if you smudge it, you can kind of get by with, oh, I made a mistake there. You can kind of hide it. Camouflage again. Okay. Mascara. What do I do with my mascara? This particular mascara that I'm using is not a fiber mascara, but it's a fiber-like mascara. So again, pick products that are healthy, have good things in for your skin and your, including your eyelashes. This particular one's got your vitamin E in it, all kinds of good nutrients and stuff in it. We're also coming out with one that will have some hair growth product in it, so that's exciting. But when I do my lashes, I like to do the top and the bottom. I mean, over, under, whatever, top, bottom, you know, top, bottom, whatever. The first coat, I'll show you a little trick if you're real sensitive about, if you blink a whole lot when you're putting your mascara on. Try this. Hold your mirror and hold it down like that. And then put your mascara on looking down, and you go back and forth, blink, back and forth, blink, back and forth, blink, right? I don't have that problem. I mean, I can just go right on. But if you do, that's a good little trick, okay? Another little trick for this area, because let me tell you what, girls, I get this everywhere, is to use one of these cute little thingies with the ball on the end, and that makes it really easy. Just go back and forth like that. Yeah, does good. My first coat, I concentrate on volume, but the second coat, I concentrate more on the tips. Yeah, I like that more of a flared look there on the outer edges there. I always get it on my nose. I didn't get it on my nose today. What's with that? All right. Always have your Q-tips. Get that. There you go, guys. Now all I got left is my lips. Again, use lipsticks and colors that are good and healthy for your lips. This particular one is got again, vitamin E. It's got some name I can't even pronounce that long. It's some kind of balm in it. So it's like a treatment. It's really like a treatment. So yeah, I use this bright color so you can see it. I'm really more of a pinky mauve person, especially, you know, with the blues and the purples, but I wanted to use this color so you could really see it. Okay, well, that's from A to Z. I'm Marsha Holland, 71 years old. So if you know anyone that wants to wear makeup, but maybe they think they shouldn't because they're older, just tell them to have fun with it, enjoy it, and learn. Oh my gosh, you girls out there, you young girls, you can do miracles, and I just love watching you. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for staying with me. If you did, I know this was a long one, but I went from A to Z, so yeah. Okay, I love you. If you have any questions or anything like that, put them in comments and I will get back with you. Thank you so much. Bye. See you again.